Welcome to the Raven Space on YouTube. My name is Jason, and this is Raven Space Daily, where we talk about Baltimore Ravens news every single weekday. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We have a great show for you guys today. I want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you guys had a good time, and I hope you guys are going to have a good time for the new year. So again, we're going to hop into the news. Please subscribe to the Raven Space on YouTube for the best Baltimore Ravens content on the internet. And again, help us grow by liking, sharing, and commenting on this episode in the comment section below. Now we're going to go to the topics of the day. And today we're going to talk about John Harbaugh being upset with the NFL, Jaylen Hill out after injury, Quincy Adeboyejo being called up from the 52-man to the 52-man roster, the mailbag question of the day, and the comment of the day. It's how you guys join the show. So we're going to get into it. First topic, John Harbaugh versus the NFL. John Harbaugh was displeased about the NFL moving the Ravens game to 4:25 Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys don't know what happened, basically the Ravens are in the playoff situation where if they win, they're in the playoffs, which is an awesome thing. However, the NFL wanted everyone to be on the same page, so all the games happen at the same time to create the maximum amount of excitement that they could create. But by doing this, they disadvantaged the Ravens a little bit by moving the game from 1 o'clock to 4:25. And there is a real big impact to that. Fans are less likely to show up to the game, and it is a home game. So they're less likely to show up because it's at 4:25, and it's going to end around 8 p.m. with traffic if you drive there, which that's a big deal. If you've ever been to a Ravens game, you know the traffic is real. So you have to be ready for that. Versus 1 o'clock where, you know, that's when fans expect to go to a Ravens game. And it's the honest truth. There will be less fans there. You can say stuff like the players' bodies. I don't really buy that. Players play on the East Coast and the West Coast, so they understand. I'm going to show you guys a quote from John Harbaugh talking about his displeasure. And it's here in bold. It says, "I don't think the NFL did us any favors by moving it back. They don't care about us, so we just have to care about ourselves. We have to take care of our own business. That goes for our team, for our fans, and for our city. Let's go win the football game." Again, I've said a lot of things about John. The man can talk. The man is good with words. I've never ever doubted his ability to do that. But again, this is it. This is the game to get into the championship. It doesn't matter what time it is. If the Ravens don't come ready to play, I said championship, my bad. In order to get to the playoffs, if the Ravens don't come ready to play, the time doesn't matter. You got to be ready to play. I think they will be ready to play. I do think the NFL has been prejudiced against the Ravens in the past, and I think John Harbaugh knows that and feels that and is saying, maybe for the first time so out front that basically, hey, they screwed us. Forget them. It's about us. Let's go win us a football game. So I'm excited. I'm happy that John is getting amped up, and we'll see what happens. You guys let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about this situation. I really want to know. Now we're going to go into the second topic of the day, and I'm losing my voice while I'm doing this, guys. I'm sorry. It's about that time when people start getting sick. We'll keep on going. And we're going to talk about Jaylen Hill and some sad news. He is out for the rest of the season after tearing his ACL and his MCL. And this is sad news for this young man. Undrafted rookie, a great story, a story that you go home and tell your kids about, because, it shows that even though people count you out, you still got a chance. And this young man, his first season has been riddled with injuries. After making such a big impact in the preseason, he did not play the first, I would say, 8, 9, 7 games for the Ravens because of his injury. Then he got back on the field, was playing special teams role, and was making some okay plays in special teams. He wasn't as explosive as he was, in the preseason, of course, because he didn't play defense, but still has some very good reps on special teams. Then last game against the Colts, and if you saw it, it looked very bad because as soon as the young man hit the ground, he did not get back up. He automatically motioned toward his leg. He knew what would happen, and it's sad. I hope he comes back next year healthy and strong. Use this time again, it's a good thing that he got injured now instead of, let's say, if the Ravens made a playoff push, the young man gets injured, you know, later in the season, and now he has less time to prepare for next season. It happened now. Give him some chance to prepare. It's an ACL, MCL tear is a big deal. It's a very, very big deal. So we'll see if he can come back healthy. Hopefully he does. I'm rooting for this young man, and I hope he gets the best. So I hope you guys root for him too. And again, sad news. Now we're going to go to some happier news with another young man, another undrafted free agent rookie, Quincy Adeboyejo, has been promoted from the practice squad to the 53-man roster, which means he will be active Sunday versus the Bengals. So I'm excited to see what his role is going to be. I'm fairly certain that I understand that he'll be a special teams guy first. I think this was as much to replace Jaylen Hill as it was to replace Jeremy Maclin. So I think that he'll come up. He'll play a big role in special teams, a small role in offense. But if he proves to us he's a big play machine, give him some reps. He has to, he has to perform better than Perryman, right? Or at Perryman's level. You can't be worse. So get a young man some reps. Maybe, not a lot. Maybe 5, 10 on offense. 10 may be a lot. Maybe 5, 7 on offense. And you just see what he can do. Does he run the routes crisp? Does he block well? Let's find out what this young man has against, NFL starters. And the Bengals have a pretty good defense. They have not traveled well this season, so we'll see how that plays in. But their defense isn't full of a bunch of losers like other teams in NFL. So I'm excited to see how he plays. I hope he has a good game because this young man may be the future of the Baltimore Ravens receiving core. So we'll see. Now we're going to go to my favorite segment of the show, the mailbag question of the day. I'm super excited. It's brought to you guys by the Raven Space Patreon, and our Patrons is like a membership service where you guys can help the Raven Space and help it stay free forever. So please check it out in the description below. We have great things for you guys there as well. Now, the question comes from Christian Butler, and his question is, could the Ravens have a reverse draft from last year, aka drafting all offense instead of defense? Thank you so much for your question, Christian. And the first thing I'm going to say is it's going to be a pretty low chance. So the way I'm saying this because if the Ravens are drafting best player available, it is very the odds don't stack in your favor, right? Having 6 offensive players who are the best available is pretty tough. Also, as he showed us last year, that he doesn't go with best player available. He goes with the fit and what they need and what they're trying to build. So anytime you say best player available, don't believe it, because O.J. Howard was the best player available. Bottom line, he was the best player available. But neither here nor there. Humphrey was a good pick, so we're going to keep on going. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to go offense in the beginning. Maybe the first 2-3 picks, use it on offense. And then the latter picks, use it on defense. So I would say first round, second round offense, third round, fourth round defense, and the rest, it's whatever. Whoever's left is the rest. So now we're going to go to the comment of the day, unsullied by sponsorship right now. And this comment comes from Neo Green, and he says, since week 8, the Ravens have been putting up the most points in the AFC. So I wanted to make a little comment. True statement. The Ravens have been putting up the most points from the AFC. Another true statement. The Ravens have had the most turnovers in the NFL. Turnovers give you momentum. It gives you good field position. The Ravens have the best special teams. Well, not the best. One of the best special team staffs in the NFL. So they always get good field position. So yes, the Ravens have been performing better on offense, but when you use a number like that, it feels like you're trying to say, hey Steelers, hey Patriots, we're just as good as you. Let's not go there. It's not the truth. And if we pretend it's the truth, we won't be able to win any games in the playoffs. We're a team that relies on the defense, and the offense does what it needs to do to win games. That's it. So that's why the stat is nice. The stat is good. But stats can make you say whatever you want if you torture them long enough. And that's what happens to that stat. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to Ravens Space on YouTube for the best Baltimore Ravens content on the internet. We're super excited to send you guys this content on a daily basis. So please share, like, help us grow. It'd be awesome. I really would love it. And if you want to support the show, check out our Patreon link in the comments below. Thank you guys so much, and go Ravens.